All right, everybody, how's it going? I'm gonna test out my audio here for a minute. Oh, here we are. Sounds pretty good right now. So I turned the webcam thing or the web capture thing off, but here we go. Oh, that would have sucked if I forgot to turn it back on. Well, there we go. I'm just gonna make sure my audio is okay after I went back into that, and then we can get started. All right, looks like we're all right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. This is my Sasuke 43 pregame show part one. I'm gonna do two of these. One is right now, one's tonight, and then the other one will be tomorrow. I'm planning on it starting about 4 hours before Sasuke, um, before the first day of Sasuke starts. As of right now, I'm not planning to do anything before the second episode. I think I might just do a review at the end. Maybe I'll do like a live, post game thing. Who knows? But anyway, this is my first pregame show of Sasuke 43. First of all, my spoiler policy. I'm sure you can already see it on there. Should really rephrase that to no result spoilers. Obstacle spoilers are okay, but no results spoilers are allowed. These this includes those that have been revealed via official Sasuke trailers. Obstacle and number spoilers are fine, and they will be present in the next two streams, meaning this pregame show and the next one tomorrow night. Any violation of the spoiler policy will result in an immediate stream ban and a report to TBS. I have chat open, so let's go ahead and use the chat to get hype for Sasuke 43 and not to spread spoilers about Sasuke 43. First of all, some information about Sasuke 43. I'm sure you guys already know about this. The air dates are as follows: December 24th and 25th, Wednesday and Thursday, starting at 6 p.m. Japanese Standard Time on both days. This will mean 9 a.m. in the UK, 4, 3, 2, and 1 a.m. here in the States. And both days will have a 4-hour time slot, meaning that we will have by far the longest Sasuke tournament when you combine both of the days. We will have an 8-hour time slot total. 8-hour time slot total, I apologize. Some more information on the competitors and the format. We have two separate tournaments for the very first time ever. First tournament, as expected, is the main 100. We will still have 100 people competing on the Sasuke course on the four stages. Nothing changes there. But where it gets interesting is the second tournament. We have 22 internationals who were invited to Sasuke because it's the 10-year anniversary of like the big worldwide expansion to Europe and that kind of stuff. Indonesia started 10 years ago. Um, USA versus the world was really taking off around 10 years ago. UK started 10 years ago, and that really blossomed. Ninja Warrior, A&W got its first winner. So a ton of stuff happened to the show internationally 10 years ago, and this is meant to mark that, these 22 internationals. We'll get onto those internationals at the end of this pregame show, and we'll probably mention them a little bit in the next one too. Some more information for you on how to watch. First option you have is YouTube. It's the most convenient and accessible, obviously. Very secure website. It's owned by Google, but it often gets taken down very quick, likely due to its just outstanding popularity. A lot of people before, like, a lot of people pre Sasuke 38, I think I would say 38 is when people started shifting over to other options, but right around then, people would use YouTube and streams. You'd have to switch to a different stream like every 10 minutes, so YouTube is not the most reliable option, but it is the most convenient. It's a secure website, so if you choose, do YouTube. The next option is Twitch. Twitch will probably stay up the whole broadcast. Again, Twitch is a very secure website, but it could still get taken down. Not a huge chance. I put the chance at under 5%, but it still could get taken down. Number three is third-party website, any of them. It probably stays up the whole broadcast, but it's often not secure and it's prone to malware and viruses. So if you are going to use a third-party website, please have antivirus installed on your laptop, on your phone, on your desktop, whatever it may be. If you're going to use a third-party website, have an antivirus installed. I promise you it'll pay off in the long run. And finally, number four, Paravi TV or Unext. These are very reliable, but you have to wait until after the broadcast to watch them. Paravi TV and Unext, they provide tournaments with no runs cut, all 100 competitors shown in full. But also another downside, you have to have a Japanese credit card in order to use in order to access Paravi TV or in Unext. Now I'm gonna react to the guessing game on SMF. SMF honestly is pretty dead right now, but it's still worth reacting to. So I'm going to go over the format that they use because it's a little bit different from the Discord format that most people watching this stream are probably used to. The bullseye is back. You may choose one competitor not named Yusuke Morimoto, and you may pick inner or outer bullseye. Outer means that the competitor will have the best result that isn't Yusuke Morimoto, and an inner bullseye means that that competitor will have the best result out of everyone, including Yusuke Morimoto. Dark Horse is back. You have to pick one competitor who has never made it into the third stage. International competitions do not matter. This function's identical to Inner Bullseye. You cannot pick the same competitor for Bullseye and Dark Horse. Buzzer Beaters is back once again. There are four different sections: slowest first stage clear, slowest second stage clear, slowest swing edge clear, and the slowest third stage clear. I'll have the buzzer beaters area. I will have the buzzer beaters area at the very bottom underneath Bullseye and Dark Horse. You can pick the same competitor from multiple sections. A sample buzzer beaters guest will look like this. First stage Kano, second stage Sukata, swing edge Kawaguchi, third stage Tada. Slowest means least time remaining. Okay. The Rio Roulette is a new thing. If you get Rio's result right, or yeah, okay. So no matter what you guess for Rio, your points will be doubled for that result, just because I think he can really fail anywhere. Here's the scoring. Here is the course. As you can see, Prism Seesaw, um, Fishbone Reverse is modified, and then Twin Dia is now DX, Diamond X. Everything else looks to remain the same. Entries are due by midnight, tomorrow night. As champions, I am aware that number 41 is blank. Okay, so I did not do either of the guessing games yet. The only thing that I did was something that we'll get onto later, but I haven't done my SMF game, haven't done my Discord guessing game either. So I'm gonna be doing those tomorrow, and I'll probably show off both of them tomorrow. I'll come back to SMF just for mine. But here we are. So here is the list of 100 competitors. Um, Osada should be off here too, and then Iwamoto is obviously off. Bullseye, Dark Horse, Buzzer Beaters, first, second, Swing Edge, and third stage. So Lena the Na, I hope I'm saying that right. 19 first stage clears, 14 second stage clears, 3 stage 3 clears, and a Kanzen. We're gonna go ahead look through this, see if anything stands out. Yuta Yamashita getting stage 3. I like how they color coded. I like how they color coded this. It makes it a lot easier. Definitely makes it a lot easier, both on the eyes and just not having to scroll up and down to see what's what. I'm gonna check just to make sure, like I know what's what. Okay, so anything above, anything 9 or above is stage 3 or stage 2. Anything 16 or above is stage 3, and then 22 or above is final. All right, just making sure I know where it is, where everything is. Um, they have 2 people from the trials making it to stage 2, and then one of them making it to stage 3. This would end up being Takaharu Nakagawa, Hayate Kajihara, Yuta Nakashima, Kaio Nagano failing stage 2, which I mean I honestly don't agree with again. I think if he were to fail anywhere on stage two, he'd fail the rolling log because of the rain, but Boltman or Voltman making stage two now. Um, Hano making stage three. That is a pretty hot take. Keitaro, Keitaro making the final, Miyaoka making the final, Yusuke making the final, and Kanzen and Yusuke Kanzen. Keitaro outer bullseye. Hyoki timing out on the warped wall. Jun Sato timing out on the warped wall. I don't think either of those are going to happen just because there's a tarp. Jason Paul making the rolling log, making it to stage two. Slowest stage one clear Boltman, stage two Yuji, Swing Edge Tomo, stage three Keitaro. Okay, that makes sense. Kato Shiho, been in quite a few of these guessing games that I've looked at, so 19 stage one clears, 12 stage two clears, two stage three clears, and a content. Yuta Yamashita back on stage three. Hiromubuchi making it back to stage two. Takaharu Nakagawa making it back. Hayate Kajihara failing the Twin Daya. I don't know if I agree with that at all. I don't think I do. I don't like that one bit. Kaio Nagano failing stage two again. I also don't agree with that. Nakashima making it to the burst, I believe. 20 is the burst. Voltman making it to stage two. Ano making it to stage three. Um, Geo again making it to stage three. I like that take. Araki, Jun, Rio. Rio failing the pipe slider is kind of weird though. I don't know how I feel about that. Keitaro failing pipe slider. Hioki failing cliff dimension. Miyaoka and Yusuke as the two finalists. Muto failing. I don't know how I feel about that. Shunsuke failing Twin Daya. Daya X. Yuji failing the warped wall. And then Yusuke Kanzen, like I said. Kano slow is stage one, Nakashima stage two, Keitaro swing edge, and then Miyaoka third stage. SRW is up next. 29 stage one clears, which I think is pretty high. 11 stage two clears, two finalists and a Kanzen. Lot of lot of early fails. Husakabe making it to stage two, Yamashita making it to stage three, failing the swing edge. Kayu Nagano failing the wall lift. We have three people from the trials making it to stage two. Hisashi Ugata, Nakashima timing out on the tackle. I don't think that's gonna happen. Kajihara on the warped wall. Yeah, there's no way for that either. Shun Matsuo making it to, okay, yeah, this is this is interesting. This is interesting. This is really, really interesting. Okay, Taro making it to the final stage. No Miyaoka making it to the final stage. SRW thinks they're gonna fail burst again. Thinks he's gonna fail burst again. Um, Ayano Shima on the rolling hill. I don't know how to feel about that. Yuji making it to Cliff Dimension. I could see it, and then Yusuke content. So everybody we've looked at has a Yusuke content. Bullseye, Keitaro Outer, Dark Horse, Kaio Nagano. Stage one, slowest time, Yasutome. Where even is that? Oh, it's right here. Okay. Stage two, Shuzo Uchimiya, Swing Edge, Yuji, and then stage three, Yusuke. OG, by the way. OG. Um, Sasuke 22 guessing game champ, which is a whopping 16 years ago, which is kind of crazy to think about. MK20 SSR. 21 stage 1 clears, 16 stage 2 clears, 2 finalists, and a Kanzen. Let's look through this. Yamashita making it back to stage 3. Um, Mabuchi timing on the warp wall again. Don't know how to feel about that one. Kajiharu stage 3. Nagano failing the rolling log again. Little Nagano. Um, Yuta Nakashima getting to the burst. Voltman getting to stage 2. Hisashi Ugata timing up on the warp wall. I don't think the warp wall is going to affect as many people as it usually would in a rainy tournament just because they have that tarpable structure and the warp walls have been tarped. At least it's at night, it has been confirmed that the warp wall was tarped, or there was a tarp over that wall. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna help my dog for a second. I gotta leave for just a minute. I'll be back in just a second, alright? Alright, y'all. Sorry about that. He's an old man, my dog, so he has some trouble getting around, so I just wanted to help him upstairs. Alright, back to Sasuke. Rin Sageta making stage 2, failing the wall lift. Uchimiya back on stage 3. Kano and Shinsuke back on stage 2. Suzuki getting to the wall lift in his final run. Keitaro choking on the swing edge. I don't mind this honestly. Pretty decent prediction, I'd say. Let me look at the clear numbers. 21-16. Yeah, I mean that's not terrible for what I would. That's not too far off from what I would have. I think I had a 2012 Miyaoka final stage, and then Yusuke final stage. Pretty good prediction overall. Nagano, Makoto Nagano getting back to the warp wall. Um, Bullseye, Miyaoka outer, and then Dark Horse. No Dark Horse. Um, Buzzer Beaters, stage 1, Hioki, stage 2, Gio, Swing Edge, Muto, and then stage 3, Yusuke Morimoto. Lobotical Tree, stage 1 clears 18, 14 stage 2 clears, 2 finalists, and a Kanzen. A lot of early fails very early on. Um, nobody even making it past the Prism Tilt Rolling Hill combo until number 13. Yamashita, number 28, getting to stage 3. The Buddies guy, Takuya Otsuki, getting to stage 2, getting to the Rolling Log. Hayate Kajihara clearing the dimension, getting to the Vertical Burst. Nakashima failing the Pipe Slider. Kaio Nagano failing the Dragon Glider. I don't really like that one. That's kind of a hot take for me. Voltman failing stage 2. I believe that would be the Backstream. Rinsegeta gets the Rolling Log. Uchimiya getting to the wall lift. Kano failing the new Twin Diamonds or DX. Shunsuke getting past them, getting to the Spider Walk and Drop. Suzuki failing the Fishbone on his final appearance. Jinsato getting to the Cliff Dimension. Naoyuki Araki failing the Flying Bar. Okay. Um, Rio failing Swing Edge. Pretty good list. Pretty good list. Ayano Oshima failing the Dragon Glider. Um, Miyaoka failing the Pipe Slider. I don't think that'll happen. I think he's alright on the Pipe Slider now. Um, Jason Paul getting to stage 3. Don't know how I feel about that one. I don't really like that one. But it honestly would not surprise me, but I just don't like it right now. And Yusuke Kanzen, I believe. Um, Keitaro and Yusuke were the two finalists. Outer Bullseye Keitaro, Dark Horse Jason. Buzzer Beaters, Stage 1 and 2, Hyoki, Swing Edge Muto. Stage 3, Keitaro. Sasuke Banzuke, number 1, or Moon 12. No numbers on first or second stage clears. I'm not sure if this is... Okay, some stuff is missing here. All right. We can just go through what's there. 3 finalists out of Kanzen, though. Yamashita timing up on the warp wall again. Mabuchi being the first clear of the tournament, and Takaharu Nakagawa following suit. Hayate Kajihara being the first to get to stage 3. Nakashima getting to stage 3. Ogata clearing. Voltman clearing. I keep calling him Boltman. Came out like probably not even a week ago that it's Voltman actually. Uchimiya getting to stage 3. Keitaro getting to the Salmon Ladder, final stage Salmon Ladder. Miyaoka getting to the final rope climb once again, and then Yusuke Kanzen. Bullseye, he didn't put it, or they didn't put it in yet, but Miyaoka would be the outer. Dark Horse, I don't know who that would be. Buzzer Beater, stage 1 Kano, and that's it. That's what we got for that one. Sasuke Beast has 19 stage 1 clears, 16 stage 2 clears. 3 finalists, but no Kanzen, which I'm kind of surprised at. First one we've had so far with no Kanzen. Um, they had the same 3 though, Keitaro, Miyaoka, and Yusuke being the 3 finalists. So nobody that we haven't seen before yet. Yamashita stage 3, I like that. Nakagawa stage 2. Kajihara stage 2 or stage 3. Caillou and Nakashima stage 3. I love that. That's what I'd have me personally as well. Um, Sugeta getting to wall lift. Uchimiya failing the fishbone. All right. Suzuki failing the DX in his last ever appearance. Pretty good overall. Nothing really stands out besides a couple things. Outer Bullseye, Miyaoka, Dark Horse, Kaio Nagano. Stage 1, Buzzer Beater, Stage 1, Sugeta. Stage 2, Nagano, Little Nagano. Swing Edge, Hyoki, and then Stage 3, Keitaro. Sasuke Warrior, 333. 24 stage 1 clears, 16 stage 2 clears, 2 finalists, and a Kanzen. Gonna go ahead and check chat real quick just to make sure, nothing's going on that shouldn't be going on. It would load. All right, yeah, live chat, we're good. All right. I'll keep that pulled up just in case something happens. I probably should have had that from the start. Anyway, back onto this. Sasuke Warrior 3, excuse me, Sasuke Warrior 333. Yamashita get back to stage 3. We've seen a lot of that. All of the trials, people failing at stage 1. Kachihara stage 3. Ugata and Kaio Nagano getting to the wall lift. Voltman timing up on the warped wall again. All of the trials, competitors failing the fishbone. A lot of people have Sugeta get stage 2. I can't even remember if I did or not. I don't remember. I don't think I had him clearing stage 1. Uchimiya gets the cliff dimension. Kano failing stage 1. Ryo Matachi getting the swing edge. Miyaoka and Yusuke Morimoto being the two finalists, Yusuke having the Kanzen. Miyoka Outer Bullseye, Ugata Dark Horse. Did they even have Ugata getting stage? They even have Ogata getting to stage 3, so I can't really see that one. Um, Buzzer beaters though, stage 1, Rin Sageta, stage 2, Kawaguchi, Swing Edge, Muto, and then slowest finalist, Ryosuke Miyaoka. Alright, General Peaglin, 21 stage 1 clears, 12 stage 2 clears, 3 finalists, and a Kanzen. Gonna look at, okay, Crystal Noda right off the bat. Getting to stage 2, don't know how I feel about that one. Yuta Yamashita, failing stage 1, failing the Dragon Glider. The Buddies guy getting to stage 2. Tanimoto, okay, this is probably the wildest one that we've seen so far. Their first 4 stage 1 clears are Crystal Noda, Takuya Otsuki, Kanta Tanimoto, and Takaharu Nakagawa. And then first to make stage 3, alright, a little bit of normalcy here, Hayate Kajihara. No offense to the people who made these predictions, by the way. I'm just going off of what my opinions are and just reacting. I've never seen any of these predictions before. Like I don't even think I've checked SMF once in like the last year since last pregame show. So, Tayo and Nakashima both getting to stage 3. I like that. Ugata failing the wall lift. Keigo Ito. Okay, I've heard some things about him. He's that 19-year-old kid, I believe. Getting to stage 2. All right, I'm not terribly mad at that. I kind of like that actually. Sageta getting to stage 2. Uchimiya getting to stage 3. Kano and Nagasaki both getting to stage 2. Suzuki failing the Dragon Glider in his last ever run. Keitaro, Miyaoka, and Yusuke being the finalists. Yusuke having that Kanzen. Peagle 26. Um, Besides that, nothing too out of the ordinary. Pretty good prediction, I'd say. Kawaguchi failing the Dragon Glider. I didn't even see that, but yeah, could happen, honestly. Bullseye, outer bullseye, Tetsuya Tada. Okay, that's just plain incorrect because you have at least 2 people doing better than I can remember, Keitaro and Miyoka. Dark Horse Kayu Nagano, Buzzer Beater, Stage 1 Kano, Stage 2 Hioki, Swing Edge, Gio, and Stage 3 Keitaro Yamamoto. XELA 197, probably the only Italian superfan. Who knows, honestly. I know like the ninja community isn't that big in Italy. Like it should be bigger in Italy for like the amount of people that Italy has and its proximity to like other huge ninja countries like France and Germany. So, but anyway, back to the guessing game. XELA 197 predicts 20 stage 1 clears, 15 stage 2 clears, 2 finalists, but no Kanzen. We've only seen a handful of no Kanzen, so excited to see where this one goes here. Yamashita, Yamashita getting to stage 3. All right. Nakagawa, stage 2. Caillou Nagano failing the rolling hill. Okay. I don't really like that one. I'm going to be honest, but it's their prediction. Rin Sageta getting the wall lift. Toshi Kano getting the wall lift. Nagasaki failing the new DX. Suzuki timing on the warped wall in his final ever run. I'm going to lean back. Um, Ow. I just bit my tongue. I just bit my tongue. I just bit my tongue. My gosh. Ow, that hurts. Ryu Matachi timing on the wall lift. Keitaro finalist. Miyoka finalist. Okay, so 2 finalists, and neither of them are Yusuke. They have Yusuke failing the burst again. All right. Um, Yasuo Aoki. Um, okay, that's really interesting. That's one of the most interesting ends we've seen. Kawaguchi, Warp Ball timeout. Yuji vertical limit burst. Um, Inner Bullseye Keitaro. They both have them. Yep, both timing out on the Tsunemori. So Inner Bullseye Keitaro, Dark Horse Ugata, Stage 1 Buzzer Beater Nakagawa, Stage 2 Uchimiya, Swing Edge Hioki, and then Stage 3 Ryosuke Miyaoka. AZN, first stage, a lot. Second stage, a decent amount. Three finalists, nothing on Kanzen. This one's pretty much blank. Okay. Kajihara failing the Rolling Hill. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that one. Rio Matachi failing the Rolling Hill. Again, Real Roulette. Who knows? Yeah, that one's pretty much okay. Is this one like a really, really recent 14 hours ago? Okay, so all right, just making sure the stream's doing all right. We're looking good as far as that kind of stuff goes. So I think we're actually headed into another thing. Yep, Discord Dream Team. Okay, so I don't even know why I went back in. Um, we're gonna go back into Discord. We're gonna go to the Ninja Masters Discord server, and we're gonna look at a new thing called this Discord or the Sasuke 43 Dream Team, um, made by admin Banzu of the server. You have $43. So it's pretty simple. You have $43. Clear the most obstacles with your team. Have fun. All right, Osada and Iwamoto are not available. You may only have one of each person. No minimum maximum. Prices are calculated based on comp experience within Ninja Warrior franchise. You may choose any of the Idol, Potion, or Trials winners and will automatically assume that player once revealed. Scoring, you will earn points for each obstacle cleared for each competitor. Women will earn a higher multiplier for each obstacle cleared. Girl power. Additional points are earned for clear time. Bonus points will be awarded in a few surprise categories, kind of like Mario Party. You may choose one leapfrog. This competitor will earn double points, but only if they do at least as well as they did last time they competed on a main series ninja show. You may choose one iron emu. Their score will be inverted. So, for example, if they were to fail to jump off the starting platform, it would be considered a Kanten Seiha. As some competitors have not been revealed, well, not all competitors have been revealed. International competitors are spoiler tagged. So normie rookies, Torisawa, these people are all $1. Random idols, influencers, and comedians, also again, these people are $1. Returning celebs, athletic rookies, idol battle winner are $2. So Yuki Rino would be $2. Current pro athletes, elite job normies, $3. So like people like Yuto Seiko and then Keigo Ito as well. Returnee without buzzers and the Koshin winners. For these, I believe, okay, so these are the ones, the internationals, and the internationals are already known. They've already been revealed in Sasuke Nerds, so they're okay for here. So $4 competitors, we have Wida Erickson as an international. $5 competitors, we have up-and-comers, so like Kusakabe, Otsuki, Voltman, and then Sukada, $5. And then Clara Lacore is also a $5 competitor. $6, we have four foreigners. We have Daniel Mason, Addie Herman, Donovan Matoyer, Danny Marmolejo, along with people like Yuko Mizuno, Kayu Nagano, Yuta Nakashima, $6. Ugata, Sugeta, and then Ayumu Saito, $7. Yasuo Saluku and Eric Lopez could make stage 3ers and then former world finalists as well. So like Yamashita, um, Mai Watanabe, she was a Kunoichi finalist, so that's $7 right there. Uchimiya, Kano, Suzuki, Bunpei Shingo, Yamada, because the All Stars. $8 competitors, repeat stage 3ers, so like people like Nagasaki, and then a lot of internationals here, people like Ben Polson, Pavel Murowski, Tim Champion, Marvin Mitterhuber, Benny Grams, and Josh Levin, but also Hioki, Muto, Jun, and Shinsuke. $9 competitors, Kajihara, Araki, Matachi, Tada, Keitaro, Ayano Oshima, Ryosuke Miyoka, Tomohiro Kawaguchi, Yoshiyuki Yamamoto, and Ashton Herbert. And the $10 competitors, mostly internationals, people who achieved Kanzen, so Nagano, Yuji, and Yusuke, along with some top foreigners, um, including Olivia Vivian, Jan Tatarowicz, Joel Matley, Sean McCall, Jesse Graff, Daniel Gill, and Ilian Sharif. For spoiler competitors of letters, you may only post their letter or spoiler tag their name. Spoiler rules are still in effect here. Submissions are due by 11 p.m. my time zone. Okay. All right. Um. All right. So Kali's team: Miyaoka, Morimoto, Ayano, Donovan, and Tada. Leapfrog, Miyaoka. So assuming that he gets back to at least the Tsunenobori. Banzu's team: a whole ton of people, but Noda Crystal stands out. Mai Watanabe, Ugata, Matachi, and then Murovsky. Leapfrog, Rio, Iron Emo at Sushi, number 15. Let's see. All right. All female lineup from Vanny. I hope I'm saying that right. Vani. Um, Including the Idol Trial winner, Riko Iwamoto, Ayumu Saito, Mai Watanabe, Ayano, and then Jesse Graff. Leapfrog, Riko Iwamoto, and then Iron Emu, Hashi Asume. Should be exactly 43 if I pass second grade math. All right, Wizzy's team. Um, Yusuke Morimoto, Miyaoka, Yoshi, Jun, Nakashima, and Usagi. Leapfrog Yusuke, so gets assuming that Yusuke probably clears the vertical at first, and then Iron Emu is Usagi. Makes sense. Team name forced me to put numbers in despite me not wanting to. I looked through some of these like when they first came out, but I haven't, went back in a lot since. But Jason Paul, Voltman, Jun, Hyoki, um, Miyaoka, and Nagano, Leapfrog, Miyaoka, Iron Emu, Nagano, Makoto Nagano, that is. All right, Swerve 3 Hana. Um, Number 2, Katsuhide Torisawa. Number 25, Hamitani, Okazawa, Sasha Hioki, Ryosuke Miyaoka, Yuji, and Yusuke. Corey, Ilian Sharif, and Ashlyn Herbert for the internationals. And then along with that, we have Miyaoka, Keigo Ito, Yuta Nakashima, also another foreigner, technically Jason Paul, Yutaka Kian, and uh, Katsuhide Torisawa, Ironimu Torisawa, Leapfrog, Ryosuke Miyaoka. All right. Sierra's team, Ilian Sharif, 5 foreigners, by the way. Ilian, Champion, Jan, Daniel Mason, and Josh Levin. Time for RNG again. Nakomi's team, number 39, Enako, number 40, Riko Iwamoto. Leapfrog, Riko Iwamoto, Iron Emu, Enako. Billy's team, presented with RNG, Sean Nicole, Nakashima, Shinsuke, Kaiki Yamada, Kajihara, and then Michio Okuda, I believe his name is. Also, apologies if there is any swear words. I don't control what other people say. I'm not a mod, I'm not an admin. Um so Voltman and Friends, we have Voltman by Cheyenne, Torisawa, Pants Guy, Usagi, Tim Champion, Ryo Matachoki, Macho Aoki, Saya Kamitani, Jason Paul, Takuya Otsuki, Hikaki, Voltman for Leapfrog, and then Pants Guy for Iron Emu, Hikaki. Team Peaglin, Horisawa, Yuta Nakashima, Donovan Matoyer, Addie Herman, Kano, Sato, Miyaoka, Leapfrog Jun, Iron Emu Torisawa. Like that. I like all that. All right. Deluge went the strategy of just picking a ton of rookies here and a ton of just celebrities. Leapfrog Haruka, Iron Emu Usagi. All right. Ishii for Addison's prediction. Ishii, Chiba, Jason Paul, Voltman, Yuta Nakashima, Tim Champion, Ryosuke Miyaoka, and Jesse Graff. Leapfrog, Jesse Graff. All right. All right. All right. All right. Kane's team. Shiozaki, Yume Poto, uh, Kayonagi no Torisawa, Yamashita, Miyoka, Tada, and Yoshi. Iron Emu Torisawa, Leapfrog, Kayo Nagano. This is my prediction. This is my name in the server. I almost forgot that I'm Ehime Gigachad. In other words, Miyaoka, number 89. So here is my team. Oh, there was me cussing. Right as I say, I don't control what other people say. Number 100, Yusuke Morimoto, and then for my foreigners, I picked two women. I had Olivia Vivian and Addie Herman, Ryosuke Miyaoka, Yuta Nakashima, Katsuhide Torisawa, and Macho Aoki. Iron Emu, Katsuhide Torisawa, Leapfrog, Yuta Nakashima. All right, Vertical Limit Burst team. Miyaoka, Ashlyn, Hioki, Addie, Nakashima, Riko Iwamoto, and Katsuhide Torisawa. Leapfrog, Hioki, Iron Emu, Torisawa. I got pretty good picks, honestly, for a lot of people. A lot of people are doing Torisawa for their Iron Emu, which I agree with. Sasuke Warrior 333, who is also a member of SMF, as long as they have the same username, which I assume they do. Picked Nakauchi, Junsato, Miyaoka, Yoshi, Yusuke, and Addie Herman. Leapfrog Addie, Iron Emu Nakauchi. You guys are building some solid teams. This is pretty dang good. Sparks team, all right. Number two, Torisawa, Nakashima, Matoyer, Keitaro Yamamoto, Yusuke Morimoto, Ryo Matachi, and then Yuito Mori, I believe his name is one of the baseball guys. Leapfrog Yusuke, Iron Emu Torisawa. Yeah, do not put Tim Champion as Leapfrog. Okay, I don't think these are predictions. All right, Topaz Neo, his dream team. Ryosuke Miyaoka, Josh Levin, Yuto Nakashima, Hiromu Mabuchi, Ilian Sharif, Hiroichi Sukada, Leapfrog Mabuchi. I like that pick actually. That's a sneaky pick. That's a sleeper pick. I like that. And then Iron Imu Sukada. All right, Nervous Ninja Squad by 2NS011. Torisawa, Addy, Tada, Nakashima, Miyoka, Jun, Jason Paul, and then Rento Inatsuke. I'm assuming just for the extra dollar. Leapfrog Jun Sato, Iron Imu, Katsuhide Torisawa. AJ underscore go or ga, I'm not really sure. Katsuhide Torisawa, Yunki Chiba, Keitaro, Ryosuke Miyaoka, Yuto Seiko, Yoshiyuki Yamamoto, and Jesse Graff. Leapfrog Jesse Iron Torisawa. Chica File, this is the last one. We are at the end of the long scroll. Chica Files team. Number two, Katsuhide Torisawa, Yuta Nakashima, Jun Sato, Katsuya Tada, Ryosuke Miyaoka, and Yusuke Morimoto. Leapfrog Jun, Iron Emu Torisawa. So now I should be okay to head back into the show. And hold on just a second. So now I have my pacing predictions and honestly also my editing predictions. I didn't do like how long each stage is going to be per se. I just did oh, hold on, let me put that chat back open. I forgot about that. I apologize. I had a text I had to look at real quick. All right, here we are. All right, so pacing predictions. I didn't do the amount of time that each stage would take per se because 2 days it's kind of, funky to get all that stuff worked out. Um, but I did do who I think was going to be cut, mid-cut, shown, digested, cut, all that kind of stuff. So my first batch, I think numbers 1 and 2 are going to be shown. I should probably pull up the competitor list if this is the case. Helps me familiarize myself a little bit. All right. So I think Usagi. because he's the King of Kante, they have gotten shown every year they've been on, and then Katsuhiro Torisawa gets shown. Numbers 3 through 6, even though I think 3 and 4 have some potential. Even number 6, honestly, I think they all get cut just because they're jobbers. Ace, the comedian, I think he gets shown for that reason and that reason alone that he's a comedian. Number 8, I think gets cut just because he's a jobber. I think numbers 9 through 13 all get shown due to them being celebrities. Number 14, I think, will get cut, Yuta Ozawa. Number 15, I think will get shown because like we usually get just sometimes we just get like a random jobber shown, so kind of throwing a shot out on the dark there. Then I think our first digest will come. I think everybody um in numbers 16 through 20 will get digested, including Crystal Noda. I think starting with Aoki, Macho Aoki, um, will get shown. The wrestling girl will get shown, or not. I'm thinking number 38, number 22, the professional wrestler will get shown, and then Seiji because he's a comedian will get shown. I think numbers 24 through 26 are gonna get cut just because they're jobbers. Um, I think numbers 27 and 28, Kusakabe and Yamashita are both getting shown. Yamashita, honestly, for obvious reasons, because they're both part of Sasuke circles, you could kind of create a little rivalry there, like they did in 41 with uh, Yamashita and the other guy. I honestly forgot his name. And then I also think numbers 29 through 32 are going to get shown because, well, number 29 is Hikakin, number 30 is Chansun, both celebrities. 31 is Pants Guy, and they've honestly been promoting him pretty heavily as like a returning competitor. And then I think the Buddies guy is obviously getting shown too, Takuya Otsuki. I think all the trials people, including Hiro Mabuchi, Takaharu Nakagawa, regardless of how they do, I think they're all getting mid-cut. I think we're getting a 37 to 38 digest, so kind of like a little fast forward segment between 33 and 38. And then starting with 39, I think will get shown Anako, one of the most heavily marketed celebrities this year. Um, no secret that she would get shown. Riko Iwamoto, I think, will get shown. Um, Rina Yuki will get shown because she won the Idol trials. Mai Watanabe and Yuka Mizuno are probably both getting shown. And Hayate Kachihara is getting shown because he always gets shown on stage one. Mid cut for 45 and 46. Gotta mid cut some celebrities around there. I think obviously Kaio Nagano and Yuta Nakashima are gonna get shown as well as Ugata due to him being a Black Tiger. Voltman will get shown due to his popularity in the last tournament. And then even though Osada got injured, I think they're both gonna get shown because Osada is reportedly in good standing with the show. Like he wasn't gonna sue them or anything. So I think that they're on good terms, Osada and TBS. So I think everybody in the Koshin, much like the trials, are going to get mid-cut regardless of how they do. I think numbers 56 through 58 are going to get shown. We have an actor and two comedians. Number 58 being really marketable as well throughout the whole Sasuke build-up. Um, I think numbers 59 through 61 are going to get digested. Some guys with potential, 60 and 61 especially. I think 62's Rin Sageta and then Donjun because he's a pro athlete. They both get shown. Moving on, I think 64 and 65 get digested due to being jobbers. Kenshi Sugiya has been really, really heavily marketed. I think he'll get shown along with the other baseball guy, Yui Tomori, Natsumi Tsunoda, and Shuzo Uchimiya. I think are all going to get shown. I think Kano and Shunsuke get digested. Um, Shimada gets shown, obviously. Suzuki, I think, will get shown just because it's final run. I think Araki, Jun, and Rio are all going to be mid-cut. Yutaka Kion, I think, will be shown again for pretty obvious reasons, and then more mid-cuts with Muto, Tada, and Keitaro Yamamoto. Sukado obviously gets shown. Hyoki will get shown. Ayumu Saito and Ayano Shima, I think, will both get shown. Ayano, pretty obvious, will get shown. Saito, iffy, but I think she'll get shown as well. Number 85 through 87 digest. Could see them showing though with the extra time. Um, because with the 2 days and an 8-hour time slot, we're probably gonna get more time than ever devoted to stage one. Obviously Iwamoto withdrew, so nothing for number 88. And then I think everybody from Miyaoka onward gets shown because they're either um a really, really established competitor like Miyoka, or I shouldn't say established, like a notable competitor, um, like Miyaoka, Yoshiyuki, and Yusuke. Um, a Shinserai like Kawaguchi or Yuji, an all-star, or a pro athlete. For internationals, I think Addie Herman. I think four out of the five Americans get shown in full. Addie, Daniel, Donovan, and Jesse Graff. This is just for stage one, by the way. Not counting because we don't know if any of these people make it past stage one, so there's no way to predict how they would be edited on stages two onwards. Um, but yeah, I think Addie, Daniel, Donovan, and Jesse all get shown. I think two out of the four Aussies get shown, Ashlyn and Olivia. Ilian Sharif, I think, will get shown. Jan Tatarowicz will get shown just because of his accomplishments. Plus, they've never had somebody from Poland before. It's another like major European country, and I think Sean McCall also gets shown just because of his climbing expertise. Kind of kind of more of a celebrity than a lot of these other international competitors are. Mid cut, I think we're gonna have a lot of international mid cuts. This is where I put another one of the Aussies and the last American, Ben Paulson for the Aussies, and then Josh Levin for the Americans. Benny Grams, um, I think will get mid cut. Danny Marmolejo, I think will get mid cut. I believe he is the first ever Mexican as well to be on Sasuke. Eric Lopez will get cut or mid cut. I'm sorry. Joel Motley will get mid cut. Tim Champion, and then Yashua Zaluku. And then Digest leaves us with the last five. We have Clara Lacore, Daniel Mason, Marvin Mitterhuber, Pavel Murovsky, and Wid Erickson. Oh, I guess I did do the times. All right. Stage one, I think, will be all the day one, which is 4 hours. Um, who knows if they put the internationals in there? They might put an extra hour on day two for the internationals, is what I've been hearing. So consider this 5 hours, and then stage three probably just shrunken down by an hour. Stage two, 40 minutes at most. Assuming we get like 20 plus people, like I think we will, combining international and um, Japanese competitors. Stage three, if we're shifting stage one to 5 hours, stage three would be an hour, 45 minutes also on day two. And the final stage would be like the last half an hour, 35 minutes or so on day two. This is not including commercials. Times will be cut down quite a bit, obviously, because of commercials, but this is just for the full 8 hours. Um, Next, I want to revisit my number predictions. So I honestly forgot that I had this slide, so I am gonna turn that off for a second, and I'm gonna pull up my number predictions here. Completely forgot that I put those in. Um, all right, here we are. Number predictions. All right. So Yutaka Kion got number 77 in this tournament, I believe. Hold up. I'm gonna pull up the number list. I mean, I'm pretty sure I know the numbers by now, but I just want to make sure I'm not putting some false info out there. But yeah, okay. So Yutaka Kion got 77 this time around. I predicted 72, so I was five off. I'll keep track of the amount that I got right. I'm not gonna keep track of like who was within five or stuff like that. Koichi Sakata ended up getting 81. I predicted 87, so I was six off. All right, so nothing too crazy so far. Renee Castley did not compete, so we can skip that. Yoshinori Issa did not compete, so we can skip that. The Idol Trials winners, we only ended up having one, but I said number six through seven. Um, Ended up only the Idol Trial winner, Rina Yuki, ended up having number 41. The Koshin winners, I said 31 through 33. They got 53 through 55. Trials winners, I said 34 through 38. Assuming that there were two fighting spirits again, there was only one this time. But some of the numbers overlap. I had numbers 33 through 36, so partially right there. Katsuhide Torisawa, I had getting number two. Okay, so Torisawa is my first that I've gotten right. All right, so How am I gonna keep track of this? I'm gonna open a piece. I'm gonna open the pack of gum. I'm just gonna put one piece of gum for every competitor that I get right on the table or on the desk. Yuta Yamashita, he got number 28 this time around. Let's see what I predicted. I had 57. Okay, I was way off on that one. Kajita did not compete. Koji Saikawa did not compete. Uemura did not compete. Emoto did not compete. Wasabi did not compete. Okay, can we just get to somebody who competed already? All right, Hayate Kajihara um, got number 44. I predicted 41. Okay, I was only three off. Sometimes Kajihara is kind of hard to predict. Yutaka Kion. Did I put Yutaka Kion in here again? Oh my gosh, I put him in here twice. Okay. Um, Yuka Mizuno. I had 56. I was 13 off there. She had 43. Hayu Nagano, 48. I was one off on Kayu Nagano, which means I was probably also one off on Nakashima. Yep. Hayato Takasuga did not compete, but considering that he was the Black Tiger slot, I'm still considering that one off for Ugata. Rene Sageta, 42, he got 62. 20 off there. Yusuke Suzuki, um, got 73. I predicted 45. Okay, so I was way off there. Tomohiro Muto, I had number 78, 75. All right. Hioki got number 82. I'm almost positive I didn't predict anything past 70. Yeah, I predicted 61. Okay. Shuzo Uchimiya had number 69. Nice. Predicted 65. Okay, four off. Ryo Matachi had number 76. Predicted 89. 13 off. Hitoshi Kano had number 70. Let's see what I predicted for him. 69. Okay, that means I probably had Shinsuke at 70. Yep. All right, I was one off on Kano and Shinsuke. Jun Sato had number 75. Oh my gosh, I keep getting one off, dude. That's quite a few people I have with one off. Naoyuki Araki, 74. I had 70. Okay. Three off. Tatsuya Tada, I had 79. He got 78. Oh my gosh. Ryosuke Miyaoka, I had 97. He got 89. Keitaro Yamamoto, I had, or he got 80 and predicted 79. Okay, I was one off on pretty much everybody in the Morimoto Sadai. Kenji Darvish did not compete, obviously. Ano Oshima, 84. I predicted, oh my gosh, dude, I'm one off on so many of these. Olivia Vivian, not part of the main lineup. Hikaru Iwamoto got 88. I'm gonna count it, even though he's not competing. He was given number 88 there on set that day. Takeru did not compete. Alien Sharif is not in the main tournament. Daniel Gill is not in the main tournament. Kangasugi did not compete. Um, Looking back at this, just makes me realize how many people we had missing from the lineup. But Shingo, 71. 71, I was way off. Katsumi Yamada, 95. Okay, I got Yamada right. So that is three. Kawaguchi, 94. I was two off. Yoshiyuki Yamamoto, 96. I was one off. Nagano, 98. I think I got these last three right. I think I got Nagano, Yuji, and Yusuke. Yuji, 99. So it's looking like I'm going to have, yep, there we go. So it's looking like I have six people right out of God knows how many. Out of, let's see how many people I predicted. 48 people I predicted. I had six right. So honestly, not terrible. Pretty bad, pretty bad. I was one off on a lot of people, so shift our focus back to the YouTube chat here. Oh, did not mean to do that. Withdrawn competitors. All right. So this will be my next segment once I get this chat pulled back up. All right. We're looking good in the chat. All right. All right. So we had two competitors in the main 100 withdraw. Um, on the day, injury during filming for Osada. Iwamoto's injury unknown for. Let me elaborate on Osada a little bit. He was making the transition from Prism Seesaw to the Rolling Hill when he suffered a stress fracture in his like ankle, foot, Achilles area. that forced him to withdraw, and that required medical attention. Hikaru Iwamoto, it's unknown. There are a lot of theories out there, ranging from he was injured when he was warming up to he got an illness that day, but he was still on set regardless. There's still pictures of him on set. He was still included in this lineup, so just withdrawn. Now we're going to talk about missing competitors, and I'm going to have to pull up a screenshot or a couple screenshots that I took of as to why these people are missing, because I was told most of these by Banzu, I believe. All right. So Kane Kasugi, he is filming a movie in the UK, so he is not competing in Sasuke 43. Takumi Uemura and Yasuhito Emoto both did not get out of the trials, so unfortunately they are missing out on the main Sasuke 43. Saikawa, he believe rumored that he's injured, but he also did Spodan a couple weeks later, so probably just on the back end of his recovery. Kajita doing a theater tour for a stage adaptation of a mobile game, and he can't compete due to liability. Um, Something to do with show business, probably something to do with the deal that he has. So Hayato Takasuka, his new boss wouldn't let him take off work. Um, I believe this is all according to Banzu from Discord. Um, Takasuka, his boss, wouldn't let him take off work, and Takasuka actually ended up quitting his job. Um, he got cut out of the Amada Gundan, but he's gonna reapply for Sasuke 44. He's already stated it. Kenji Darvish, rumor is that he was going on tour and he chose not to train or compete again for liability so that he wouldn't get injured. Wasabi, his band broke up since 42, so he's really working on establishing himself. He also had a really big show like a week after 43 filmed, so um, most likely he's just busy with his career. Yukinari Suzuki, the one of the winners of the Koshin last year. Um, Koshin winners still have to go through trials. I don't know if he even went to trials. Um, Pretty much a mystery on why he's not competing. And then Takaru had a championship match 2 weeks after filming, so he was probably training for that, and it was just out of liability, out of cautionary measure for him. All right, now we have the international spotlight. I believe this is the last segment um, of this first pregame show. Let me get a drink of water real quick, by the way. All right, so we're gonna highlight the 22 international competitors that were selected invited by TBS to come compete in their own special mini tournament, same course, same four stages, same format, just not part of the main 100 lineup. Again, these are 22 names from various places in ninja history. Most, if not all, come from the last 10 years, due to it being meant to signify the 10th anniversary of some international expansion. But here are your 22 international competitors with some basic facts about them. So starting in the USA, we have Daniel Gill. He Kanzen in ANW 15. He was the champion of ANW 12. Um, Last man standing in ANW 8, runner-up in ANW 11, and he is also a two-time Sasuke Stage 3 veteran. Got to the Cliff Dimension in 41 and 42, also competed in the World Cup. Jessie Graff, she is a two-time Sasuke Stage 3 veteran, has competed on Sasuke 3 times overall. Got cleared Stage 1 all 3 times. She's also the first woman to clear Stage 1 on American Ninja Warrior. Moving on, Josh Levin, our third American. He was a finalist in ANW 14. Never failed Stage 1 in ANW, and he's been a Ninja super fan. Also a very successful rock climbing career. Um, Addie Herman, the 2024 ANW Women's Champion, so after Katie Bone, I believe, but before Taylor Green. and she is also one half of a power couple. So shout out Noah Munier. And our fifth and final American, probably the one that caught most people off guard, was Donovan Matoyer. Ninja super fan for I don't even know how long, known as the Classy Ninja, always wears a suit on the course, and he is a two-time AEW Stage 2 veteran, a member of the Ninja Masters, really cool guy all around to talk to, really chill guy. Moving on to Australia, we have four Aussies competing, starting with Olivia Vivian. She is a Stage 2 veteran, got there last year for Sasuke, and she is last woman standing in Australian Ninja Warrior, all but one season. There were 6 seasons. She was LWS 5 of them. Also competed on the Sasuke World Cup. Ashlyn Herbert competed on the Sasuke World Cup, also competed in Sasuke 37, but timed up on the Warped Wall. And he is a 5-time Australian Ninja Warrior Stage 2 veteran. Also, a very likable person in the ninja community as a whole. Moving on, our third Aussie is Ben Polson. He was the Australian Ninja Warrior 4 champion, one of the three Kansans in that tournament along with Zach Stoltz and Charlie Robbins. He has competed all over the world. He's competed in Ninja Warrior or in Sasuke Vietnam, Ninja Warrior Germany, and he has competed in a USA versus the world here in the States. Daniel Mason, our last one, the Barefoot Ninja. He's also competed on USA versus the world. He competed in the Sasuke World Cup, and he is a Stage 3 veteran on Australian Ninja Warrior. Moving on to Germany, we have two German representatives. Um, Benny Grams, a two-time Ninja Warrior Germany national finalist, and he placed fifth overall in Ninja Warrior Germany All-Stars 2. Also competed in the Sasuke World Cup, where he had a very fast time on Stage 1. Marvin Mitzerhuber, he's a Ninja Warrior Germany Stage 3 veteran, also competed in the Sasuke World Cup, and he has competed in France before. Speaking of France, we have two French representatives, Ilian Sharif being the most notable. Um, he Kanzened in Ninja Warrior France Season 6, and he is a Sasuke Stage 3 veteran. Got the best result out of any foreigner last year, making it to the vertical limit burst. Also competed in the Sasuke World Cup and cleared Stage 1. And then Clara Lacoure, she is a 3-time Ninja Warrior France semifinalist, a 2-time national finalist. I don't know too much about her. She's probably the international I know the least about, probably because I don't watch Ninja Warrior France as often. Moving on, though, we got Poland. We have two Polish representatives. We have Jan Tatarowicz. He is the first and I believe only person to have a regular content on his country's Ninja Warrior show, Ninja Warrior Poland, and he's also made the final stage 2 times on Ninja Warrior Poland. And then we have Pavel Morawski, um, Ninja Warrior Poland 6, Last Man Standing, and a 3-time Ninja Warrior Poland Stage 2 veteran. So both have really impressive accolades. I'm gonna turn the chat back on here because I honestly completely forgot to do that. Um, all right, Mexico. We have two Mexican representatives representing their country. We have Danny Marmolejo, a 2-time USA vs. the World veteran, cleared Stage 1 on one of those attempts, and Whit Erickson, who competed on USA vs. the World twice as part of Team Latin America along with Marmolejo, and he ran Stage 1. United Kingdom. We have one British representative team from the United Kingdom. Tim Champion. Probably I don't know who else you would pick. He is the only constant, I believe, in Ninja Warrior UK history and Ninja Warrior UK 5. He's a 3-time Ninja Warrior UK national finalist as well. Moving on to Switzerland, we have one Swiss representative, Joel Matley. He consent in Ninja Warrior Austria 3, and he's competed all around Europe. He's competed in Germany, Austria, Switzerland, and France. Canada, we have one representative. We have Sean McCall. Could also count him as a French representative since that's where he lives, but born in Canada. He finished USA versus the World Stage 2 4 times, um, all the times that he competed for Team Europe, and he won it twice for Team Europe by climbing the tower faster than Travis Rosen one year and then Sean Bryan another year. So he beat Team USA on their home turf twice. Obviously, he's quite a bit older now, so we'll see how he does, but excited to see him. He's one of the people that I'm most excited to see. Spain, we also have a Spanish representative, Eric Lopez. He was a finalist on the second season of Ninja Warrior Spain, and he's been a national finalist on both seasons of that show. And I believe finally, last but not least, Indonesia, we have Yashua Laskaman Zaluku, um, Sasuke Ninja Warrior Indonesia 2 finalist. He's also a USA vs. the World veteran, competed with Team Asia, and he also competed in Sasuke Ninja Warrior Indonesia's international competition as well. So very accomplished ninja there. Hasn't competed in a while though, so it'll be interesting to see how he does. And that's how it goes for a lot of these guys, for at least a couple of them. Yasua, obviously, Sean McCall being another one. A lot of the USA versus the World guys, both Danny and Wid as well. It'll be interesting to see how a lot of these guys compete on like a much different course, nowadays. All right. Oh, did not mean to do that. All right. So that was my very first, well, not my very first, but my first pregame show this year out of two. Again, I'm planning on doing another one tomorrow, and I'm going to pull up the segment list. I already have a lot of it planned out. I just got to put it all on slides. But I'll pull up the list of what I'm planning to do. All right. So tomorrow, I'll do the reaction to the Discord guessing game. Today I did them for SMF. I'll do betting lines for Sasuke, so like the over-unders, things like you would see on something like DraftKings or FanDuel. Obviously, no money, no actual bets, just me having a little bit of fun and hopefully um, getting you guys to think about some stuff as far as the tournament goes. Top five hopes, top 10 hot takes, dark horses, celebrities, main, international. Gonna talk a little bit about the weather. Gonna talk a little bit about the new and modify obstacles on stage one. And then I'm just going to go over everything you need to know right at the end. Um, I'm going to also do a 100, like an all 100 competitor tier list. That's been a tradition since Sasuke 38, I think it's been. So I got to keep that tradition going, and I'll do that again. Um, Probably going to end up being just a tad longer than this pregame show. This one, what are we at? An hour 16. Um, that one will probably be at like an hour 30 or so. But anyways, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. We got just over a day to go. A day, an hour, 43 minutes, and some change. So I appreciate all you guys for tuning in for my first pregame show. Hopefully, I'll see you back here tomorrow for the second and final one right before Sasuke. Again, it's going to start about. I'm planning for it to start about 4 hours before the actual tournament begins, and um, hopefully, you guys get hyped for 43. Remember the no spoilers policy for tomorrow as well, and with that being said, I guess thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and as always, stay happy and healthy.